When you're on a GLP-1, you often experience a smaller appetite. That means for GLP-1 users, every bite of food should be as nutritious and delicious as possible. And that's where Sprouts Farmers Market comes in. I knew they'd come in somewhere, and I guess now's where they come in. From nutrient-dense foods to proteins to supplements that help sustain muscle mass and energy levels, Sprouts has you covered. And with in-store wellness experts available, guidance is always within reach for any GLP-1 journey or broader health goals. Visit Sprouts.com to find a Sprouts Market near you. Have you got an ass? Then Duluth Trading Company is for you. I'm just reading what they wrote, folks. For decades, Duluth has been making workwear for harder workers. You got an ass, Sona?
Yeah, I do.
Well, Duluth Company's for you. From highly abrasion-resistant pants to heat-beating work shirts, Duluth empowers you to take on life with your own two hands. Ready to bolster your nether regions? What the hell? Duluth's buck-naked unders are the no-pinch, no-stink, no sweat solution when your junk drawer is on life support.
Oh, God.
They went too far.
God.
They went too far.
Yeah, and you read it. You read it all. Didn't even ask any questions.
I just blacked out, and this came out of my mouth. So you do your glutes a favor. Shop at a Duluth Trading store near you or at duluthtrading.com. Duluth Trading for folks who work their butts off.
Hi, my name is Claire Danes. And I feel blessed.
Oh, my God.
About being Conan O'Brien's friend.
Fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
There's just so much spit on it.
Hey there, and welcome to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. I just started the podcast to stop Sona from jabbering. You were jabbering a bit. Sona Movsesian joining me, and Matt Crowley. Did you see what I did there? I started the podcast in order to stop her. I saw a slight opening, and I jumped in.
I'm going to leave in the edit just the last thing she said right before you spoke, which is, there's so much spit on it.
I was saying you rest on the microphone a lot. You did that. I remember you had. We shouldn't talk. No, it was it was in the documentary.
It was in the documentary.
You had pus on your eye, and then you kept shoving the microphone in your eye, and then I had to wipe it with a wipey.
This is going back to 2010.
Yeah.
I'm preparing to do my tour. And we're having lots of problems getting the show up and going. Yeah. And at one point, I remembered I wasn't feeling well. I had a pustulated eyeball. Oh. Don't even ask me what was going on. I had some disease that was eradicated in the Middle Ages, but I wasn't feeling well. And it's the poster for the tour, the movie, the documentary. Conan O'Brien Can't Stop.
I forgot.
Is me. I see it every morning because I have that. Yeah. Someone gave me that framed poster, and I put it in my basement, and I'm always passing it on the way to watch TV, and it's me leaning my pustulating eye on the mic on the foam cover of the microphone.
You're holding.
I'm holding it, and I'm rubbing. I'm wiping pus onto the microphone.
Yeah.
And then the director, Robin Flender, got a great shot of you. He inserted it later of you with a little handy wipe.
Yeah. Wiping
You had to clean up his pus?
I had to clean up his eye pus from his microphone.
Yeah.
His
and
eye
to be
pus.
fair, I did bring this up in your interview for the job.
So
I said I may have a pustulating eye and you will need to clean it off.
I don't remember that.
Well, you were pretty high.
Yeah, I was pretty high.
Scored.
Crushed it.
Yeah. Goals. What?
I don't know. That doesn't work. But you have a thing with resting on whatever microphone.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know what it is, but I find it somehow calming to rest my eyeball on the microphone.
Okay.
And Eduardo, you are, of course, the designer of this wonderful studio. This is your equipment. You're very finicky about it. How do you feel when you see me resting my eyeball on this, what I'm sure is a $600,000 microphone?
It's not. I'm okay with it because we have a bunch of spares, so if you've done it too long, I'll swap it
Do you
out.
boil? Do you
too
boil them afterwards?
They can get cleaned, actually, this foam
I
part
hope
here.
so.
So once
because
a year.
I secrete many secretions, and they could get on the mic. It just could happen. So
Also, when people, you're not the only one who uses that microphone.
I know Ted
and
Danson.
people to spit
Ted
on it
Danson
and talk
regularly does a podcast in here, and I've noticed lately he has all these horrible sores around his mouth. I think he has what I have now. And he probably thought, oh, there's going to be no problem me speaking into this mic. Little does he know that I have some kind of scabies from the era of the Salem witch trial. It's coming out my eye, and it's going into Ted Danson. And the last time I saw him, he had trouble. He was trying to just eat the softest muffin.
You're killing Ted Danson.
I'm killing
Oh,
Ted Danson. He couldn't
no.
get the little soft muffin into his mouth because of the giant cankers on his Ted Danson lips.
The other concern is the earphones. You know, sometimes when have you noticed if you picked up earphones, sometimes they've got a little.
I clean them every pre-session.
And I
clean
will
them.
say this.
I move every time we have
Oh,
a
yeah,
guest.
that's
I
the
immediately
only-
have to move here,
They glisten.
and sometimes guests' ears glisten.
They glisten.
I know.
I've
So
seen
you're
that.
talking about, is it sweat? They're nervous around Conan
I
O'Brien?
assume
What's
it's
happening?
sweat.
Or they're oily.
Yeah,
Maybe
Okay.
they're oily.
Who,
Or could
what
be
guest has been oily recently?
earwax.
Oh no.
you know, who
Yeah.
knows?
I don't know.
Earwax around?
Just saying.
Can I just say, and I can say this because he's a friend, when Greg Daniels was here, he walked in and he's just so oily. He's just an
greasy
oily
guy.
And I at first I thought he was an eel from the deepest part, the deepest part of the ocean, an oily eel
You thought
that
an
lives.
eel was walking into your studio?
Yeah, and I said an eel, and then he said, "Conan, it's me, your old writing partner, Greg Daniels." And I said, "I'm sorry," and I remember I recovered very quickly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took off his headphones and they were dripping.
dripping. You heard, and someone's going to get back to Greg with this, but
Yeah.
just he's an oily
Such a
man.
greasy, oily guy.
Yeah. I
Slimy.
used to, as his writing partner, I had to blot him every day. I had giant human-sized blotting tissues. Anyway, I wanted to throw him under the bus for no reason, but I thought I can't go after any other guest, but I can go after Greg Daniels.
Yeah.
So I made him oily when he's not oily at all.
I know. He's
But yeah,
not.
well, I think we have a terrific show today. I really do. And I know that because we recorded it before I spoke. This little, so now I'm going to act excited.
You were in a whole other state on the other side of the country for
Yeah,
this.
we're not
Yeah.
in this interview.
You're not in this interview, and it's only because the guest requested.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
Well, she's an avid fan of the podcast, but she said that she goes to great expense to have you two removed from it.
oh man.
Yeah,
Okay.
audibly removed.
Huh.
No, I was in New York doing some work there and did a podcast or two. And of course, when I'm there, there's no way to get you guys out to New York. You have, both of
there's
you, you both
airplanes.
have, families.
Yeah, but my boys are 4. Like I can use a night or two
I know.
away.
The problem is you'd probably insist on flying first, and I'm not
Yeah.
paying for that.
Well, yeah, you are.
Coach is fantastic, I've heard.
I have your.
I've
I have
heard
your
Coach
credit
is
card.
great.
Yeah, I'll fly Coach, and then
Someone showed me a
cha-ching, swipe.
sketch recently of Coach. They drew it for me.
Oh,
Your only connection with Coach is someone showed you a drawing of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a illustration of what it looked like. What are you talking about? I was practically born in Coach. My whole life was Coach.
Mm.
Only recently have I moved up. Now I sit with the pilots. Yeah, I have.
Oh my God. Imagine being on a plane where the pilots are sitting next to Conan. I would be so afraid for my life.
I'm doing bits, and then the
Oh,
bits get
God.
physical, and then I hit a button,
Oh,
and then suddenly we're in a power dive, and I'm just making a bit out of the power dive.
they have to. What do they do when people are unruly? They tape them to the chair.
Yeah,
They would do that to
they
you.
would do that
Oh,
to
yeah.
me.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Did we do that with you here?
Yes,
Yes.
you can. Yeah.
Oh, we should tape him for a full episode to the chair.
But wait
Okay.
a minute, I'm still allowed to talk?
Yes.
Oh, you just get the same amount of jibber jabber that you always get.
Well, we'll tape your
You're
mouth
not
shut.
removing the problem. If you tape the mouth shut, then you've got
Okay,
something.
can we tape his
but
mouth
saying
shut?
we'll isolate everything about Conan, but his mouth. What does my body ever do? My body is...
Your body flails a lot.
You are a
flail.
flailer. You are. You're
Yes.
very animated.
And
Yes.
you grab and you twist and you noogie and you hit
Yeah.
and you wedgie and
I
you...
don't hit. For HR purposes, I don't hit. I caress with purpose.
For HR purposes, you hit.
Yeah, you do it. And then would you be able to have a whole conversation where you don't whip off your glasses
It's so
dramatically?
funny. Can I make that sound
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
take my glasses off?
Yeah.
Oh my God, people love that bit.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to do it.
I'd do it in my mind and then I'd make it happen. I am, there's so much happening in my mind right now. It's
It would
fantastic.
be great to do a segment where you're here, but your mouth is taped shut and he's taped to the chair, but we just get to talk, you know?
But we
he's
just
here.
talk.
And we can say whatever we want and he has to hear it.
But then it would just sound like just the two of us talking when people listen to it.
But we could do things to infuriate him and the listener would know
Oh,
that he was there and can't speak up. He
Yeah.
can't defend himself.
okay.
You know?
I'm down.
It'd be fun.
The worst thing you could do is compliment me.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Say
Yeah.
something nice about me and I'm not able to deflect. But you couldn't do that, could you, girlie?
No, I couldn't.
All right.
And I
well,
wouldn't.
What's that?
I couldn't and I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
It would be irresponsible.
It would be wrong. What are you doing over there?
Yeah, what are
What are you
shooting
doing?
guns?
What are you pretending?
Finger guns.
Why are you doing finger guns?
I don't know. I thought we were wrapping up and I was like, and then I had a mouthful of water. Why did you have to draw attention to it?
I just want people
it didn't
to
make
know
sense.
You
what
couldn't
I'm
sit
dealing
with the
with.
pilots either.
No, you can't sit with the pilots.
I'm broken.
You can't be on the plane. My guest today is an Emmy award-winning actress who starred in the hit HBO series Homeland and the Hulu series Fleischman is in Trouble. Now you can see her in the Netflix limited series The Beast in Me. Thrilled she's here today. Claire Danes, welcome. You're such a breath of fresh air. I love seeing you every time you drop in.
Same. A
And you
pleasure.
were a great friend to me on the old late night show
Yeah.
back in the glorious late 90s.
Yeah.
When I think you were maybe
wee thing.
3 years old.
Yeah.
I think you came on your first appearance. You cried the whole time.
I did.
Yeah. It is funny. I have this interesting relationship with people who were coming on as kids or just very, very young adults in that time, you know, and these clips come up every now and then, and I'll think,
My
there's-
voice was like 8 octaves higher.
and mine was 10 octaves higher. I'm like, hi, Claire, how are you? It's good to see you. Yeah, I went through puberty, I think, in Obama's second administration, as I love to say. But it was just, it's always so nice. And then I see you now, and it's like family, kids,
Yeah.
you're kicking ass in your career,
Well,
which
thanks.
gives me a lot of joy.
Thanks.
All good.
Yeah. All a lot. Like
It's funny, you have a thing you do a little bit, which is like, yeah, which is you're allowing for the possibility of disaster at any moment.
That's accurate. I
No,
think
no,
that
that's
is
like- that I sense.
That is a very fair description of how I am perceiving my life. Yeah. No, it's good. It's very rich and on the verge of overflowing with life. Yeah, I have 3 kids, 12, 7, and 2. That last
Wait a
one
minute,
was
so
a
you-
real shocker. I was so pregnant with her when I last spoke to you
That's right.
here.
That's right.
Deeply pregnant and a little sick. I'm still sick, but because I have 3 kids, but no longer with child.
I
which
couldn't
is,
tell if the sickness was pregnancy related or
it's all
just
related.
my
It's all-
personality.
yes, and that it didn't help. A little like the Tylenol, apparently, but yeah. So no, it's good. It's wonderful. It's just I'm kind of eking it out. It feels like
Yeah, this is
Just
what
sort of like
this is what I
surviving.
remembered when I have 2 kids, and when they were 3 and 1, I remembered, and I feel guilty saying this. I love them,
Mhm.
but I was so happy to. I've got to go to work, and I would pretend.
Oh yes.
I have to. Well, I just wish I could be here. And my wife saw through it all. She was like, yeah, really.
Yeah.
But I have to go to work and talk to
work is-
Claire Danes. It's like working in the mines. You try talking to her. She's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And and she'd be like, really? Okay, well, good luck with that.
No. It's so much harder staying put, staying home, and just, making waffles for your children. You will get it wrong. You will fail every time.
You will fail.
Even if you just put it in a toaster, it's not the right maple syrup. It's not enough maple syrup. It's too much maple syrup. And the response is not commensurate with the
effort that you put into it.
Or the failure, or whatever it is. It's always at such a high pitch. Literally, it's just a lot of hyperbole. It's a lot.
Yeah.
They're very expressive. And they're beautiful, and I love them, and and I too am very excited to go to work.
You gritted your teeth as you said, "I love them." I love them
so much.
It is, again, this is kid talk, but I remember my son being so particular that he would call it a bit. If there was a bit, meaning like a little tiny grain of something anywhere, he wouldn't eat it. And I just thought, who's this little Lord Fauntleroy who won't have a bit? Of course, then remembered me being one of 6.
Sure.
And trying to declare to my parents, I will not eat this.
Yes.
That didn't go over too well in my house.
I'm sure that's true.
Yeah.
6, one of 6.
I was one of 6.
Wow.
We were born 3 months apart.
Oh, my. Yes. Well.
Which I'm told is never, is not medically possible, but it's what happened.
My mom was one of 5. Like, she was 4.5 when everybody else was born at 3 months apart in very, very quick succession, and was the kind of default, nanny sort of. And I absorbed that through her.
You absorbed it all.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if you ever done this with your kids, but it doesn't work when you try to declare to them, I'm a big deal in the world.
No, that's...
You need to understand something. This waffle may not be perfect, but I'm Claire Danes. You give a whole speech about that.
Rowan was asking me today on the way to school. He said, "Mama, what is the least favorite part of your job?" And I said, I said, maybe rejection. There's just a lot of rejection. And the high heels that I have to occasionally wear. Anyway. But
no, I first of all, heels. I've worn them. It's killer. I went to this premiere last night, and my wife came with me, and she was wearing very high heels. And the first thing that happened when we stepped out of the car and people were taking pictures was her heels went right through a grate, and one of her shoes came off.
Yeah.
And we just both started laughing because
her white skirt flew up.
Yeah, exactly. But we're just not built for any occasion that a normal show business person has to do all the time. I'm not one of those people. She's not one of those people. She looked absolutely beautiful, but we step out, foot right into a grate, shoe stuck to the grate.
Yeah,
I think there are welders right now trying to free it. Yeah. And that's just the world we're in.
It's true.
It's interesting. You talk about rejection. You almost didn't make it, here, because it's a very high bar to get onto this podcast.
Well, thank you.
And I had to look, I was up all night looking at tape.
Thank you.
I finally cleared you.
Yeah, well, okay. And that feels divine.
Yeah.
Because I am blessed. But it's true. It's just it's an integral part of it, and you'll always get reviewed. And if it's a good review, you're screwed, and if it's a bad review, you're screwed. There's just no winning. When
also, you have to make that decision. If you're going to not validate the bad reviews, you have to make it. Then you're not allowed to.
I am pretty good about not reading it, but it just seeps through like by osmosis. I mean, you can't really safeguard yourself. There's no.
I used to have, my mother would, I don't read anything, I just don't. And then you hear, if there's some really good stuff, people will tell you, and I'll say, oh, really? That's nice. Yeah. And then my mom, who meant well, but she would say things like, I'd say, oh, this latest thing I did, people seem to really like it. And she'll say, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that writer at the Boston Herald Tribune Dispatch. And I'll say, is that even a paper? Well, it's a supermarket circular. And I'd say, oh, but I don't think you have beady eyes and lifeless lips. And it would all be under the guise of defending me.
Yeah.
I don't think you're completely devoid of talent and a cancer on humanity. And well, okay. And then years later, it'd be like 5 years later, well, Mom, they just gave me the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, I'm still angry at that writer. You know what his name was? Brian McElhaney. What? I know where he lives. And but it was her way of exercising it.
Yeah.
But yes, you hear about the good, you hear about the bad, you can't hide from it.
Yeah.
But I am very, very I don't know, I'm very happy for you. This new project, I have to be full disclosure, which I love, and I have a little bit of a weird history with.
A lot of it.
Which is
a lot of it.
The Beast in Me.
Wouldn't exist if it weren't for you.
Well, I don't know about that. It's such a good script. And David Kissinger, who was a longtime associate of mine and just a brilliant guy, he said, I found this script. The script came my way and you have to read it. And I read it, and it's that classic thing. It was just a page turner.
Mm-hmm.
We did our best to shop it around. And this was a bunch of years ago.
It was a slow burn. It was
very slow
burn. Very hard to birth, but we did it.
And then so I am, was some part of the story quite a while ago, and I'm very upfront about this is a terrific project, and Howard Gordon took the helm, and so many people have come in and done an amazing job, and I take no credit for any of that.
Well,
I'm happy I was involved early on, but I'm just thrilled. And
I don't think you're fairly representing yourself, but okay.
All I wanted was a walk-on.
Yeah, no.
It never worked out, yeah. I always shoot the camera, I look right into lens and wink. And I give the thumbs up, and I'm like, Conan here! And you guys are like, cut! You're just the butler. Shut up. But how did this come to you? Because I remember it was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
But you are very it's hard to get Claire Danes because you are a busy person.
Sure. Even though rejection was the first thing that came to my mind when my son asked me that question. Yeah. We were deep in COVID times. So we were all in our, respective bubbles. Mm-hmm. And Jodie Foster reached out to me because she was going to direct it at one point. And she and I have known each other for a long time now. Mm-hmm. And I read it, and similar to you, it was immediately clear that this was a great conceit and a really vivid character.
Yep.
And I loved the kind of Hitchcockian feeling of it, but it's in a contemporary time, but it felt very classic. I really wanted to know what happened next, and so did everybody when involved in making it. It took us a long time to figure that out, and it went through a few different iterations, and it was tricky defining the let's call him the antagonist, that other lead character that Matthew ended up playing. It cycled through a lot of different names. One of them was Cyrus, which is my eldest son's name. And I said, time out. No.
I can't be having a tortured relationship with Cyrus.
That's going to be tricky for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, ended up being Niall. Anyway, I think it really works. Thank God. You never know.
You don't ever know.
Not even when you're making it.
Yeah.
Maybe especially when you're making it. When you're in the,
Well, that piece that was missing was, who is this guy? He's playing opposite you. And then one day, David Kissinger called me and he said, we're thinking about...
That's a good Kissinger.
Yeah, David Kissinger. He's like, we're thinking about, and it was kind of like, what's your take on Matthew Rhys? And I said, only one of the most charming, amazing people I've ever met. And a major man crush of mine. And so, not that my
he's
or
very
nay.
Crushy, isn't he?
Yeah,
in all
it's annoying.
He's
it's annoying.
No, he's kind of stupid, impressive, and charismatic. It's like uncomfortable.
It's so funny too how it seems to be a prerequisite that actors who are very charismatic and kind and affable can play sinister so well.
Yeah.
And I think there's something I've noticed that in sketches or any time that I've done some version of acting, I really enjoy being an asshole. And it's not because I'm not, it's that it's so contrary to the face that I've put out there.
Yeah. I've never played like an overt baddie. And to be fair, Niall it's not supposed to be overt.
No,
Matthew
it's not
does
overt.
Not play it that way. But and that's really was another reason why this appealed to me, because I thought their dynamic was so surprising and unusual and fun, because they're kind of in love with each other and they're antagonists. So
that happens a lot in love.
I guess so.
Yeah. You know, when it comes to health and wellness, you have to trust what you're putting in your body. You can't just grab anything, close your eyes, and jam it in your mouth hole. That's not the way to go.
Yeah.
Whether you're tackling fitness goals, a wellness routine, or shopping for family essentials, iHerb is one-stop shop for vitamins, supplements, sports nutrition, personal care, and even grocery, baby, and pet products. They do it all. For nearly 30 years, iHerb has delivered authentic wellness products sourced directly from trusted brands and authorized partners to more than 15 million customers worldwide. And if something doesn't meet your expectations, iHerb makes it right with easy returns and simple refunds. Visit iHerb.com and use code Conan for 20% off your order. With the U.S. Bank Smartly Visa Signature Card, you earn an unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
No quarterly activations, no categories to track, just unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Sona, just the other day, I bought you this antique wig stand.
Oh.
And I didn't get cash back, and I regret it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very thoughtful gift.
Do you wear a wig, or is that your hair?
Absolutely not. It's definitely my hair. And so
Okay,
it's kind of insulting you would buy that gift for me.
Well, I'll
but-
just return it anyway, but I do wish I got cash back.
Yeah.
Visit usbank.com/smartly card to learn more. The creditor and issuer of this card is U.S. Bank National Association, pursuant to a license from Visa USA, Inc. Some restrictions may apply. You know what?
Yeah.
I need lots of data to run this business.
You're a big data guy.
I am. People think I'm just a guy at the microphone spouting stuff. I need data, raw data.
Love
Data's
it.
at the heart of every organization, but managing it can create friction, risk, and manual work. No
Yeah.
one needs that. Everpure transforms static data into a living system, making it intelligent, instantly accessible, secure, energy efficient, and ready to perform. Plus, Everpure's Evergreen subscription automatically delivers the latest innovation and security upgrades. Whether your data is in the cloud, on-prem, or at the edge, Everpure makes data management so simple, it just feels like second nature.
Yeah.
Tame your data chaos with Everpure. Visit everpuredata.com to learn more. You brought up this thing you never know, and that's another thing that it's a theme that really fascinates me. Is you can get all these great, amazing. There's no way we can lose people together. And I remembered early on in this project, one of the first meetings that I took was Jodie Foster came in, and we had this meeting with her, and she's this iconic, incredible actor and director. And meeting's over, and I said, "That's one of the smartest people I've ever had." I mean, I just was so impressed with her.
She's impressive.
And but you get all these people together, chemistry. And there's something about something magical happens. And I've found it so many times in my career is if I point to the things that have gone well, I couldn't have told you beforehand.
Why? Yeah.
There's some kind of little spark that happens that nobody can control. You do the best you can, but it's like the weather. You just don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you try, you do what you can, and that gives you a better chance of, finding that elusive, mystical, magical thing that we all are aiming for. But
well, I'm just thrilled for all of you guys.
Thanks.
And
go us.
Yeah, I just wish I
Conan.
had a piece of the merch.
Go.
Beast in Me action figures.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for the merch. I have to ask you a question about, I was absolutely a fanatic for Homeland.
Oh.
And loved it, and found out only later on that you got to regularly meet with people who did special ops, people who did basically spycraft.
Yes.
And I thought, oh my God, I would do any project where I get to talk to those people.
It was amazing. It was maybe a couple seasons in. One of the writers of the show, Henry Bermel, who actually passed away way too early. He was crazy gifted. But his dad was in the CIA. And so his, I guess his uncle also, anyway, this man who was very closely connected to him was in the CIA and at a very senior position, just retired. And so this became his project where he would assemble, which we ended up calling Spy Camp every year. And there was a club for spooks and in DC, and we would meet there for about 5 days, just as the writers were starting to think about what the season might be. And we interviewed a pretty wide range of people within that universe, people from within the CIA and also ambassadors and senators and, journalists. And we Skyped with Snowden when that wasn't such a kind of common thing.
Yeah, exactly.
He started doing that
before he had his own Sirius XM channel.
Yeah, exactly. And we would get these forecasts, and it's dizzying. We were so drained by the end of every day because it would start at 9 and it just didn't stop. There was this revolving door of, fascinating people who were telling you horrifying things.
Yeah, it's almost like you don't want to know how the kitchen works. I mean, there are times where I've little moments where I've been brought face to face with the fact that everyone's doing their job the best that they can, but we're human beings, and it's an insane world out there. And if you are aware, I think it's one of the problems today is that we're all hyper aware all the time because of 24/7 news.
Mm-hmm.
We're all hyper aware of every single possibility for danger all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's not meant to be.
Right.
Just to live your day and get up and make the waffles for the kids.
Right.
And then say, yeah, exactly, whatever. And I think I'll go I need to get some shoes. Oh, I also need a Bluetooth speaker. You need to exist on that level.
Yeah.
But for you to be made aware by these specialists of every single insane thing that's happening all the time.
Yeah. And they would contradict each other. It was fascinating. I don't know. There was something kind of consoling about it too, because I could see that they were all very invested at the very least. Everybody cared a lot. They didn't all agree with each other. But that was a long time ago. I have no idea what that environment is like now. I really can only imagine. But I have to say,
they may have wiped your mind.
They may have.
Men in Black.
They may have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, I mean, actually, just doing that show was an amazing way to metabolize what was happening politically. To be able to kind of reflect on it, and make something of it, to comment on it like that was helped me. It helped me feel a little more active. And now I'm just, I'm in the much more passive position of just, absorbing it and gawking and worrying. So I miss that.
I've had a few moments, and I'm sure you have too. I think you went to a White House correspondents' dinner when Obama was president, and you have these moments of meeting these people, and then you see the people around them. I was at some event years ago, and I believe President Obama was there. And then I went back to use the bathroom at one point. I think I was emceeing something. And I went back and I see some military guys, and there's like the nuclear football. And you're thinking, they just seem like people. And they probably are.
Yeah.
And it's more than I want to know.
Right.
I want to think, do you know what I mean? That there's like a golden palace somewhere.
Right.
And look, I'm sure, I don't even know what I saw, but it's just a feeling of when you get around power like that, when you get behind the scenes, it's why I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Whenever I've had a chance to peek behind the curtain just a little bit, what I see is people like me doing the best they can.
Right.
And that's why I don't know. I don't think that it's... I don't think they're just masterminds. If there are masterminds, they're probably working at a tech company.
Yeah.
They're not working.
Yeah. No, there is something kind of unsettling about that for sure. You sort of are like, oh, you look down and there's no net. But yeah, I don't know. That was a wild ride. And
how many seasons was it all told? I'm trying to remember. 8 seasons.
And we filmed
and draining
all
too, I
over.
would think. Yeah.
Yeah, but I never worked on anything for that long. And there was something really wonderful about being part of a company.
Yeah.
And earning that history, and you then develop a kind of fluency that is so helpful. Like we were so efficient, and it was so intimate. And I just loved that feeling of like efficacy,
Yeah.
And we would parachute. We filmed all over the place. The first 3 seasons we were primarily in Charlotte, North Carolina, which was standing in for DC, but there were like a month in Tel Aviv or. But then it became this international show, and we shot a season in Cape Town, which was, again, standing in for a very different place, but, Afghanistan.
I thought you were going to say Cleveland.
Sure.
We couldn't shoot in Cleveland, so we went to Cape Town, South Africa for Cleveland.
Yeah. And then we shot a season in Morocco. We shot a season in Berlin, when a couple months in Budapest. My son, Cyrus, went to school in all these places. Like, he still can't eat couscous because he ate it every day at his school.
What a great
Casablanca.
experience for a kid, though, because through osmosis, he's getting a taste of all these cultures at a really good early age.
Yeah, and he doesn't really share that with his siblings. Cyrus, Rowan I was also pregnant with Rowan shooting the show, but he was little. He was, like a baby by the end of it. So, wasn't like, Cyrus was raised on that set too, and Leslie Linkett Glatter, our primary director, she would literally like cradle him, and then eventually, while she was directing, and then eventually he would call action and cut. And yeah, I remember when he was a toddler, he was like 3, he'd get really mad at me. He would say, "Back to 1, mommy."
They shouldn't even know that.
I know. I was like, what?
Back to 1.
Back to it. So on the set, you're back to your first positions at the end of a take. But anyway, so.
Well, it's funny because my daughter, I remember when she was maybe 3, she was really small, and she said something like, I was in the kitchen, and she said, "Yeah, I asked for orange juice," and then cut to you not getting the orange juice. And I was like, cut to, because I spoke that way all the time after just years of being in comedy.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my God, a 3-year-old is saying cut to. So, yeah, I think that's how I told her bedtime stories. And then cut to evil monster. Yeah. I used to try to frighten her to go to sleep. But yeah, they just pick up the lingo. They're around.
Yeah, and he would be on a playground, and he would kind of teeter up to another kid and say, "My name is Cyrus. I speak English," because it wasn't a given that, the other person necessarily would. And I thought, oh, that's cool. Like, he understands that the world is big.
Yeah,
and it holds many different kinds of people within it.
And probably also he's very fluent in, his percentages. What do I get from this?
Yes, there's a lot of that, generally. What do I get from this?
What do I get?
Yeah.
Then my kid's very interested, my son, very interested in what do I get out of this?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of talk of fairness.
You get nothing and you'll like it.
Yeah.
It's so funny because you got started so young. To me, seemingly had success right away. I'm sure that's not how it would feel to you, but you had the success right away, and then you did something that I always think is a great decision is you decided, well, I got to go to school.
Yeah.
I
didn't stay there. I didn't graduate, but I sure did go.
If you didn't graduate, you have to leave right now. We only take college graduates here. You did 2 years at Yale.
I did 2 years.
Right,
I was very present while I was there.
Yeah.
I really did apply myself during those 2 years.
You did Romeo and Juliet, I think in 96, is that right?
Yeah, I was 16 when I did that.
And then you did that, and then you went to school? Or was it after?
Yeah. Yes, I went to, I don't even remember, but I deferred a year. I did a movie. I made a movie called Broke Down Palace, and I just had a minute. And went, and that first year was just amazing. I was so happy. I was totally overwhelmed and out of my depths, but I was just so thirsty. And boy, did I find water.
Thirsty for?
I think, I didn't really go to high school. I was tutored on set. And so I really had a deficit. Like, it was.
Also, you want a community of people your age.
I was lonely. I didn't realize how lonely I was. So, but it turns out like all those, it was unorthodox, but those extracurriculars of like working on those sets kind of amounted to something. So I was, that was a choppy initial month.
Yep.
But once I sort of got my bearings and figured out basically how to write an essay, I realized, I can kind of do this. And it was just, it was just a blast. I mean, again, it was exhausting, and but wonderful. And it was so nice to just think like for the sake of it, and be making friends who I wasn't, I don't know, working with formally,
Yeah, and that's a connection that you can have the rest of your life. With these people.
And all those cliches turned out to be true. Still some of my dearest friends. And actually, there's a woman named Sarah Treem, whom I'm a writer who
Terrific
was
writer.
in my same year. I didn't really know her during that time, but she's become a really, really close friend. So, and she kind of insisted that I go to the, I don't know which anniversary or they don't call them that, do they? Reunion.
Yeah.
And I felt like not at all entitled because I didn't have my, my stamp and my certificate but it was great. It was so great to go. And actually Hugh and I took the kids, we kind of went on a staycation to New Haven at the end of our Christmas break this year. We were feeling a little restless and we really wanted Pepe's Pizza. So we went and stayed at like the nicest hotel in New Haven, which is, just fine.
Yeah.
And we didn't even go to like see campus, but of course we were there, so we kind of stumbled on into it, and I was very moved by it. It was so beautiful, and I thought, what the hell what was I complaining about there with my 3 kids?
Yeah.
Like I got to sit in these unbelievably gorgeous spaces and read.
People that are lucky enough to go to college, and not everyone is lucky enough to go to college, obviously, but if you're fortunate enough to go, I say that's just keep in mind, this is a small period of your life where you get to be, you're not with your parents, you're with these, other people your age, and your job is to think thoughts and read books, and it's really magical. And then, of course, all I can think about when I was there was, in college was, I got to get out of here and get going on my career.
Sure.
And okay, what's the hurry?
Yeah.
But that's how it is.
That is why I left, because I did, in aggregate, it had been about 3 years since I had done any acting. And when I went to college, I really was I was wondering in a genuine way if that was what I wanted to commit the rest of my adult life to.
Yeah.
And it turned out, sure, yes, in fact.
Yeah.
And it's actually interesting. The couple years just following my time at college were a little hard, because I had to kind of, my academic self had become very developed, and I forgot that a lot of acting is just an intuitive, like visceral experience and exercise, and I had to just be a raw nerve and not do so much thinking.
Yeah.
But when I'm choosing a role, or when I'm trying to make sense of the story and it's formally, boy, did that time and that institution it really comes in handy at those points, and there's plenty of that. But I had to kind of compartmentalize. But yeah, I thought I could do a movie a summer, and like I forgot how much work goes into getting work, and I was not able to read a script when I was really immersed in college. And
it's not realistic, I don't think, to say, what did you do with your summer? I helped out at a camp, and I was in charge of the canoes. What did you do? I shot a movie in Budapest.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to.
Yeah. I mean, if it had worked out, I was actually going to do something with Jodie, and a film with Jodie, and it fell apart. I mean, it just there's nothing predictable about our job, and you can't say I'm starting on July 1st and ending August 17th. It didn't work that way for me.
Well, I want to make sure I hit this, because The Beast in Me is out now. And it is this project that I first saw number of years ago, and it just gobsmacked me. It's really terrific. And then the fact that now it's you and Matthew Rhys and Howard Gordon, and it's just this incredible team.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for people to see this.
Yeah,
I really
me too. I'm so glad we finally get to share it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I hope they enjoy it. I really do.
I believe they will.
Yeah.
I believe they will. And I think I know I don't think anyone knows more about show business than I do. I'm going to take a second here and say,
I think your daughter does.
yeah. Cut to. That's true. That's true. At 2, she knew the language better than I do. I'm so happy for you. You're obviously you're such a talented performer, but you're a really good person.
Oh,
and I
thank you,
love
Conan.
talking to you
Same.
very happy for you.
Thank you, mate.
And so all good things.
Thanks.
And I'm coming to your house for waffles.
Great.
Are they good waffles?
No,
Do you think you could up your waffle game a little bit?
I know I could.
Okay. Let's get on that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here so much.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having
it.
me.
I was at the airport. I was waiting in one of those long lines. And I kept saying, "Hey, let me through. I'm Conan O'Brien." And they said, "Shut up. You'll wait in line." And I went, "Oh, okay." And
That's so sad.
it's a really good story. But I was hungry. I didn't have a snack with me. You got to keep it. And I didn't want to lose my place in line and go try and find something.
I know.
That's when you got to have Nutri-Grain on you.
You got to always have a snack in your bag. And when it's a Nutri-Grain, it's perfect.
It's perfect because it's the right size. It's handy. It's also nutritious.
Yes.
Okay. You can go anywhere. It's made with 10 grams of whole grains, 10 vitamins and minerals. These guys are obsessed with 10s. And no high fructose corn syrup. Nutri-Grain nourishes and it hits the spot with delicious flavors. They got strawberry, apple cinnamon, blueberry flavors. I just had a blueberry back in the snack area.
Yeah.
With a little bit of a glass of milk.
You earned it. Nice job.
Nice job. Find nutritious and always delicious Nutri-Grain bars at your favorite store or online retailer today. And look for new Nutri-Grain crunchy bars in stores near you. Oh, I'll get that crunchy, I will. Ever invest in something that seemed incredible at first, but didn't live up to the hype?
Yeah, like all the time.
Yeah, I did that with an all-potato restaurant.
Oh, no.
Marketers know that feeling. They optimize for the numbers that look great, like impressions, but then they don't see revenue. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Sana?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, LinkedIn has a word for that, bull spend.
Bull spend.
Yeah, instead you can get the highest ROAS of major ad networks with LinkedIn ads. Cut the bull spend. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/Conan. Terms apply. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is so good, it's almost impossible not to finish it before the meal arrives. It's just too good to wait. That happens to me sometimes.
Me too.
You can try rules like no sipping until the appetizer arrives, or you tell your friend, don't let me touch my glass, but every time you're staring at an empty glass. So if you've ever finished your Coke Zero before the first fry hits the table, you're among friends. It happens. Occupational hazard with Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Real Coca-Cola taste, zero sugar, too good to wait. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola Zero Sugar today. Oh, you don't want to go home?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind going home. I already watched The Summer I Turned Pretty today, so I'm all caught up in case anyone's wondering.
Team Conrad.
For reals, bro?
I don't know. I heard someone say that. I've never seen it. I don't want to talk about
man, I was so
Yeah.
excited. I can only talk to 2 other people about it.
it.
I hope you're talking about character actor Conrad Janis.
Bain.
So
I
hard.
went a different way and you couldn't do it.
Is Conrad Janis the dad on Mork and Mindy?
Yep.
That's right. Yeah.
You guys, it's really
Runs the
hard to
music
do
store.
this with you two sometimes. It's really hard sometimes.
Hackiest opening ever of a TV show.
I'm trying to remember.
Because the song is like,
You guys are digging in.
dun, dun,
You're digging
dun, and they show, Mork and Mindy and all that. And then they go, and then at one point it breaks into classical music and Conrad Janis is going,
That's right.
like that. And then they pan over and the old lady and it turns to rock and roll and she's got a guitar and she's doing, and you're like, oh my God, this is awful.
Yeah.
What an awful decade. All right, let's go.
Okay. Let's do another Review the Reviewer. This
Let's
is
do
where
it.
we go to Apple Podcasts. We pull out a 5-star review. We review the review itself.
Nice.
Do you
Nice.
see that? There's a
This
twist.
is, yeah, they think they're reviewing us. We're reviewing them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they get a taste of their own medicine.
Good one.
And this one actually calls back to a discussion we had a while back on the podcast, but I think it's worth revisiting.
Sure.
This is from Brian 86, ADEE 86. It's called A Losing Battle. fighting the good fight to keep Conan O'Brien as the first Conan that pops up on my Google search.
Yes.
Unfortunately, my teenage daughters are fighting diligently against me and in favor of Conan Gray.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
Remember
singer.
this? Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
singer. I'm told he's quite good. But is he?
Yeah, he
That's
is.
my question.
I'm going to put Conan into Google here. Conan the Barbarian, followed by Conan O'Brien, followed by Conan Gray.
Yeah.
I don't see why Conan the Barbarian is still popping. I mean, that movie hasn't been relevant in 40 years.
Well, there was a remake with Jason Momoa a few years ago.
Yeah, there was.
So that maybe that gave it a little steam.
Oh,
There's
man.
2
Lots of
Conan
steam.
movies plus a Red Sonja plus the remake.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you have so much
And I think there's a new
knowledge.
Red Sonja movie coming
So there's
out.
a Conan.
good. Oh,
guess
good.
what? There's a Conan and Sona here, but we are still battling Conan and Red
yeah.
Sonja.
Let's see
Yeah.
what comes up first, Sona or Sonja.
I have to say, by the way, I just asked ChatGPT who is the most famous Conan, and Conan O'Brien
Yes!
came up first.
I love Chat GPT, and guess what?
This is proof that AI
That-
is not going to work.
Yeah, it's broken. ChatGPT is broken.
We just proved that it will not take over the world. Conan is the superior Conan. Wait, what?
Wait, did you put in Sona? What comes in? It has
well, you
to
guys
be me.
spell each other. You spell your names
Yeah,
differently.
she's IA.
Okay.
No, she's JA.
What?
I think.
Well,
Red
that's just-
Sonja.
What do you mean? I think you know.
That's anti-American.
Let's see. Am I wrong?
Well, she is.
Oh.
Isn't she red? Does that mean she's a commie?
I
No,
don't
she's
think-
like a
no.
barbarian.
No, she's
Oh my God.
She's a redhead. And
Oh.
guess what? I'm a redhead, and
Oh.
I'm a proud patriot.
I kind
Red
of want to
Conan.
bully you for not being nerdy enough.
Here's the
Sona.
AI breakdown.
Oh
from-
man. Oh man, I'm going against. No, I can't do that.
Hey, you're in there.
You are
and
in there.
so
I
do
know,
it
but
says
I'm
here.
never gonna
Wow.
be.
Why can't you? Wait a minute. You,
That's big.
What
sorry.
is an Indian singer? I can't go up against that.
Sona, will you put this in perspective? When you ask AI who are the famous Sonas, you're number 3.
Yeah, that's cool.
You came from nothing.
Oh.
You were a lump of clay and I breathed life into you. You know what I mean? You're like a puppet that came to life 10 minutes ago and is wondering why you don't
Scroll
have
down.
more followers. That's
Oh,
ridiculous.
Man, I want to be able to get to like share where I just am one name.
Oh, there it is. Okay, here are the bullet points for you. The longtime assistant of late night TV host Conan O'Brien, not sure who that is, and a popular co-host of his podcast, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. She is the author of the humorous book, The World's Worst Assistant.
Hey.
Wow.
Look at you.
That's me in 2 sentences. It really is. That's it.
Well, you're more
I'm
than
proud
that.
of. No,
You're
no,
more
I'm,
than,
I'm
I mean,
proud of that. That's cool.
No, I'm saying
That's
you're more
really
than
cool.
that. Negative things, but you're more than
Oh.
that. I didn't mean good things. But you're so much more. That's like 2%. Most of the iceberg is beneath the water
I'm just gonna spend
and all negative.
all day Googling Conan Gray, so he just beats you as the most Googled guy.
You know, I really am not familiar with the work of Conan
Me
Gray,
either.
but I understand he's very
But I
talented.
think if he
a
was
handsome
coming
little-
for you, he would have taken you by now.
Yeah, he's
I
a
think you
handsome
might
guy.
be safe.
How can I supplant? I don't want to hear about Conan the Barbarian anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I've been hearing about Conan the Barbarian since I was like 10
Right.
years old. I don't want to hear about him anymore. We have to make this a project to diminish Conan the Barbarian and
Right.
enhance Conan O'Brien. How do we do it?
Maybe we give you a fantasy comic of your own, you know?
Oh, that's way. Or I could start working out. Like, I'm sure I'm at that age where muscle just springs out of me. As you get older, isn't it easier to put on muscle?
believe
I
so.
forget which
Seems
way.
that
I
way.
think it's easier.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should play Conan the Barbarian.
Yes.
Then it's just like
Yeah.
a Ouroboros.
And you're
You're
Red
eating
Sonja.
yourself.
You're
Good
Red
for
Sona.
you.
And I'll be Red Sonja. Oh,
Look
wait,
at
Sona.
you.
We'll Sona her
Red
up.
Sona,
No,
yeah.
but you know what? We should start doing a thing where I'm like, I don't know. We want to skim off their fame without feeding them. How do we do that? I don't want to feed their fame in any way with our fame.
Mm.
I think what I'm saying is you eat the fame. You become Conan the
Right.
You can totally beat out Jason. I can't even finish saying
I've
that sentence. I'm so sorry.
I've met and
You
talked to
can't.
Jason Momoa many times. Wonderful guy.
Ugh,
But I have said to him,
Love.
I could take you in a second.
you can't though.
I could.
Why do you think
I've
you can
sized
take
him up.
You could take him to lunch in a second.
No,
but you
okay.
couldn't-
That's not okay. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You're saying take you in 2 different ways.
Yeah.
No,
Take
I
him
know
to
how I would
lunch.
do it. I know how I would do it. It's important that he's asleep when I attack.
Yes.
That's the first thing.
Okay, then you have a shot. You do.
And sedated.
Yeah, and sedated.
And
Yeah.
sick.
And that the fontanelle,
And restrained.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping that he doesn't have a closed fontanelle, that it never closed. His skull never closed when he was an infant.
Uh-huh.
I need a weak spot.
Yeah.
But I think if all those things are
I
true.
think here's what you have to do. You have to enlist your legion of listeners to start just Googling your name and not Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Right now, ask them to just Google your name multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the next
Please.
10 years or
And you know
so.
what? Can I say something? Sometimes there's this misconception that the important things right now are, trying to get some resolution, between Ukraine and Russia or global warming, anything like that. And I think, no.
No, that's important
We
right now.
start with
Yep.
Googling Conan O'Brien
Maybe we
several
really could
times
do
a
this.
day.
We really could do this.
What is your fan base called? Do we have a name? Do they have a name?
Team Coco.
Is it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Your fan base is just the name of your company?
I mean,
It would be like if Taylor Swift's
Well, it
company was
started
called
the
Swifties.
No, it started with fans being Team Coco, and then we just said, let's just name the company
Okay.
that. Yeah.
All right. It's fine,
You
it's
know?
fine.
well, it started where
There's
because
a
it was
movement. It was
Team Jacob and Team back in Twilight, and
Yeah.
then Tom Hanks said, "I'm Team Conan."
Oh.
Team Coco.
Team-
So
But he
said,
no.
"I'm Team Coco."
He
That's,
said,
I'm
I'm Team Coco.
that's right.
Yeah.
But it was Team Edward, Team Jacob, and then Tom Hanks was like, "I'm Team Coco."
Yeah, during a little fracas I was having at the time. And he said, I'm Team Coco, and that took off. So thank you to Tom Hanks
Okay.
for the whole second half of my career. Seriously, he did us a
True.
solid.
Yeah.
Always a good friend.
So Team Coco, rise up.
Yeah. And so then, it was a great, powerful grassroots movement that I then monetized.
Let's see if we can do this for the next week. If people
Hey, this is really heartfelt and pure. Let's attach a money wheel to it.
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. Yeah.
Hey,
So
yeah,
let's try
we're
an
doing
experiment
it.
for the next week. If every listener would please Google Conan O'Brien
Yep.
as often as you think you can,
Yeah.
and then we'll check in to see if it's beating Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Project Beat Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, just put global warming, world
Everything
peace.
else on
Yeah,
hold.
turn
on
off your
hold.
AI mode on your Google search though, so you don't burn all of the energy of the world. But
What?
well,
What?
Google has an AI search mode that it does on its own, and when you use that, it burns up all this water just because all the servers that
It does. I don't
Man, this is a
understand
downer.
computers.
We had something really good going here, and then you got us into this conserve water.
Yeah, I want to hear more about
It'll
your
just-
commentary on The Summer I Turned Pretty. Oh, we were doing that before. Sorry,
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah,
kidding.
Team
Yeah, yeah.
Conrad.
Okay.
Team Conrad. That's okay.
But I only
you know what?
learned to say that because someone else said it. I have no idea.
Where
what it
did you
means.
hear that
Michael
somewhere?
Sarah getting
Yes.
impatient.
Because it is the real. It's good.
Okay,
I am
I
Team
believe you.
Conrad.
I'm Team. Who's the other guy?
Jeremiah,
Oh yeah.
his brother.
Oh my God! Can you believe it?
Can you
Wow.
believe it?
So Team Edward, Team Jacob, Team
I'm going
Conrad.
to do my taxes
Yeah.
over here on my
Okay.
phone.
All right.
Just doing my taxes here.
Yeah,
All right. We're done.
we're done.
Oh, we were done a while ago.
Okay.
I've left. This is just a hologram.
You
I'm
don't
in my
understand.
car.
People are going to be really excited to hear about that.
About what?
Team Conrad. They are. They're really excited. You don't get it.
Just, I thought we were out, and you pulled us back
Hey,
in.
Team Coco, Google Team Conrad in the summer
No,
I turned
no,
pretty.
don't get them Googling anything
What do you
else.
mean? Oh,
you're,
what?
You're taking resources
Can
away
you
from
clean
our-
this up in editing,
Yes, I'll
please, for
take-
God's sake?
Of course, I
No.
will.
This one's out of control.
Okay.
Yeah, you had it right.
Okay.
Peace out, Shadrach.
Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, with Conan O'Brien, Sonam Movsesian, and Matt Gorley. Produced by me, Matt Gorley. Executive produced by Adam Sachs, Jeff Ross, and Nick Liao. Theme song by the White Stripes. Incidental music by Jimmy Vivino. Take it away, Jimmy. Our supervising producer is Aaron Blair, and our associate talent producer is Jennifer Samples. Engineering and mixing by Eduardo Perez and Brendan Burns. Additional production support by Mars Melnick. Talent booking by Paula Davis, Gina Batista, and Britt Kahn. You can rate and review this show on Apple Podcasts, and you might find your review read on a future episode. Got a question for Conan? Call the Team Coco hotline at 669-587-2847 and leave a message. It too could be featured on a future episode. You can also get 3 free months of SiriusXM when you sign up at SiriusXM.com/Conan. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend wherever fine podcasts are downloaded.
Finding a skilled hire takes more than just reviewing a resume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't just go bleep, 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 bleep. That doesn't get it done. As AI raises the bar on how experience is presented, hiring managers need better ways to evaluate skills and fit. That's where Robert Half can help. Their recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to review what's behind every application quickly, and that's important, quickly. Who's got time these days? No one. Learn how they can help you find specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more at Robert Half. They know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Welcome back to Should I See a Doctor?
Contestant, you're camping when a rash appears on your leg. Do you A, ignore it, B, frantically search the internet, or C, use telehealth through Walmart?
Telehealth through Walmart? Who knew?
Oh, I'm going to say C, Walmart.
Correct. Walmart can connect you with 24/7 virtual medical care. You genius, you.
Well, I can fold a fitted sheet.
Walmart. Who knew? Telehealth services offered by third-party providers. Restrictions and fees may apply.